Okay, before we begin writing our FBX importer, we need to get the FBX SDK, and then we need to get it configured with Visual Studio.
Right, setting up the include paths, library paths, etc. As we've done many times with like WX widgets.
Yeah, pretty much any time you bring some sort of new interface down, you've got to establish an understanding between Visual Studio and all the library files, etc.
Right.
So first, where do we get the FBX SDK from? Well, we need to head over to Alias's website.
Right.
And Joel has got it up for you right here.
Yep, right here, and we have the Alias FBX, and simply download it, and it's, of course, free for use.
That's right.
So you can just click Download Free FBX SDK, and at this point you can choose which version you want, type in your information, and if you're already a member of Alias, you can simply log in, and of course it's free.
That's right.
And then you can just download it by pressing Continue. Once you've got it downloaded, it's going to give you a simple executable that you just run. It's a very simple installer, just like anything you've used before.
That's right. So go ahead and install it, and once you get it installed, it will look like this. Bink. Ta-da. Okay,
so we install it to see program files, Alias, FBX SDK.
Right.
And then we get documentation, example files, which are very useful, include, and library. And inside of here, these are a few libraries, and you may notice they're really, really similar. We have 3 FBX SDKs and 3 zlibs. So you might be wondering, why would you want this? Well, the reason for this is because depending on what kind of linking type you have, if it's dynamic DIL linking or if you want statically linking, it just varies depending on what kind of method you use. And we'll see that in just one second. And of course we have our include. So let me go ahead and switch over into Visual Studio and show you the steps necessary to get it ready in your applications.
You guys are going to recognize the steps. We've done it about 10,000 times. But we will at the very end use some sort of data type from the SDK just to make sure that our app will compile.
Right.
And speaking of that, the app that we have up right now is just our generic window with the frames per second in the upper right-hand corner.
Right. Let me just go ahead and run it just so you see what it looks like.
We've started with this base app, if you will, many times throughout the OpenGL In-Depth series.
Right. So let's go ahead and start getting this working with FBX. So go to Tools, Options. If you don't recognize what I'm doing,
no, you guys will recognize. It's okay, Joel. They recognize this. It needs to identify the include path.
Right. So let's come back over into here. Copy this path.
Paste. Now we need to recognize the library files. So where's its path? Go up one, down to lib, copy, over, paste. Very nice.
Oh, fancy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now I can actually do an include FBX SDK.h, which is their main include file. And if I go ahead and try to compile this, you'll notice I get a lot of errors.
Oh, yeah.
Errors out to craziness. And what I need to do is add some definitions, some preprocessor definitions. So I'll go into my project settings here, and under preprocessor definitions, I'm going to add a few things. One thing is K plugin. We need to recognize the FBX SDK, so SDK. And finally, we want to say don't use DLLs, as it'll directly link it to it.
Exactly, so that you don't have to worry about any distribution of DIL files.
Right. So let me go ahead and press OK to that. Try to compile this. Notice the errors are all gone. And it links OK simply because we're not utilizing any of the FBX-specific data types, so it's not linking to anything. So let me just go ahead and throw something really simple. I don't know, a matrix class real quick here. So K FBX X matrix test matrix. And if I try to compile this, you'll notice something. Notice that it doesn't recognize this data type. And this is because we need to start using the FBX namespace, as we saw when using the standard library, standard template library. So using namespace, FBX SDK namespace. And now we only have 2 link errors left. Easily fix. Simply go into the properties of our project here. Go into linker, input, and again, we've seen this many times, and if I switch back over into my program here, in this case, we're using dynamically link, MD, and I can show you that simply by going to the C++ tab, under code generation. Notice it's a multi-threaded debug DLL.
Right.
And you can see, if you switch over to here, MT, MD, and ML, exactly the same as what's the ending of those library files. So in this case, we need MD, come over into linker, input, and simply add FBX SDK md.lib and zlib _md.lib. Run that, compile it, Bingo. All
Beautiful.
working. And if I run it, of course, it's going to stay the same.
Exactly.
So there we have it. Now we have the FBX SDK installed and running, and we can start utilizing it in our own applications.
Fantastic. So with that, that's going to bring this video to an end, and it's time for us to begin coding the importer itself.